Hello, sports fans. Mauricio here. Well, it's time to add extra services to reservation. Well, but we can't really put them in the reservation because how would you store that? How would you store that data? The relationship is complex between reservations and services. So you have many reservations that consume extra services, and extra services are on many reservations. So how would you store that? Um, you couldn't put it in the reservation table like, oh, this customer got 1, 5, and 7, this customer got 2, 4, and 6. Um, and you wouldn't have like three empty columns, assuming customers just have maximum of three services. So you couldn't load the data in the columns, and you can't have multi-attribute values. That's first number form. So what we do is have a bridge table, and you take the primary key and drop it in the bridge table from reservations. So this is a many-to-many relationship. There's many reservations that can have zero or many services, and there's many services that could be on zero or a whole bunch of reservations. So one of the services may not be popular, but or they could be ordered all the time. So we need a bridge table. How do you do that? You drop the primary key from both tables into the new table and make a composite primary key. Then you have a date of service in this case, and I put the price in there, so that's kind of a design choice. You can go fetch the price, but I had them put the price in and start in here. So you could put the price in the extra services table. Maybe the price changes. Oh, I don't know. Horseback riding is $50, but if you want to go for 4 hours, then it's $80, for example. So I allow that you could change the price, but certainly a lot more could be done there. So when you order a service at a hotel, they have you sign for it. So approved by guest, or that's my homage to that kind of process. So that's a foreign key. So if the wrong, for that reservation, if the wrong guest signs off on that bill, it's going to crash the system here. And then again, you could have my extra services again are horseback riding, for example. Service one, you can have horseback riding. You can have two people go on one day, and then the next day two people go again. So it may make sense to have line items for each service. But what I did again to reinforce what we learned before is if they want to go horseback riding again, for example, just add two more to the units of service. So I understand that you probably do want to have each date and time that the service was approved. So rather than have one line item on each reservation for each service, that's what the composite primary key does. For each reservation, each extra service can only be there once. So I find that kind of straightforward, but you might have a three-key composite key and the date of service change. And so you would have the same extra service ID in there many times. I want champagne every night, for example. But I chose for now, and you could change that in your system. I chose to increment the units of service if they want more of the service. So there's a bridge table. You drop the primary key from both tables into the bridge table. Right, so let's take a look at the crow's feet ER diagrams. So I don't know, these are supposed to look like little crow's feet. So there was a many-to-many relationship between reservations and services. Each service can be on many reservations, and reservations can have many services. So it's complex. So we have to make a bridge table to define this carefully. Okay, so you drop the primary key from both table into a new table, and then you add more columns. And so each reservation can have many extra services. So each reservation, so you put the many always goes in the bridge table, and the one always goes back to the other table. So each reservation can be on many extra services, and each line item in the extra services table belongs to only one reservation. That's how you have to read it. Similarly, each extra service can be in this, could be performed many times in this, and be in many line items in this extra services reservation extra services table. So the bridge table, you just kind of take both tables, table names, reservations, and extra services, and put them together to make the column name, the table name, excuse me. So each extra service, the one, can be on many, each one extra service, I have 5, can be in many line items in this table, bridge table, and each line item in this bridge table is for only one extra service. So that's a good look at our bridge table. And so the many-to-many relationship is broken down into 2 separate one-to-many relationships. All right, so let's try to add some extra services. For guest 3, they're in room 201, so they don't know their reservation number. They just have to say, "Hey, I'm Joe Smith, guest 3, and I'm in room 201. Just sign your name." And so they want 2 units of cooking class, and so let's execute that. And maybe the next day, we'll just add a bunch in. Maybe they want to go horseback riding. So that's service 1. And that was pretty good, so I want to get champagne. That's number 3, service 3. And we only need 1 unit. Well, guest 3 really like champagne. Oh, by the way, please make paid have a data type of false. Default value of false, 0. So here's the extra services for this reservation, and so they've got 3. The champagne is service 3, so let's add 1 more. They just really like the champagne we have. So hit execute there, and come back to extra services, and refresh, execute. Fo, said Moses Malone when asked, what's your prediction for the playoffs? We're going to win each series for 4 games straight. All right, so let's do it for the other. So we'll make that change. Paid default is false. So save that. And let's go ahead and add some extra services for customer 5. Customer 5 is in room 301. excuse me, customer 5 is in room 301, and they want to go horseback riding, and there's 2 of them. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. And they're coming in on 9-2, so 9-3. Now, I don't have an error check if somebody put a funny date in there, like you're not even in the hotel, why would you add this service? So there's room for growth here or improvement to have another integrity constraint, that the service date must be in a certain range, the range of the reservation. I don't have that yet, but let's go ahead and take a look, see if we have anything there yet. All right, so not yet. And let's go ahead and check in. Let's go ahead and add the extra service. So let's see if it adds it. So reservation 2003. It says 4 units. So let's fix that. Well, I don't know. Did I order 4 units? I ordered 2 units. So let's see if it goes up to 6. I wasn't paying attention how many times I pressed the button. So let's go back. So that should be 6 now. All right. And let's just test this a little more. They want to do archery. So there's 2 of them. And so that archery is extra service 2. I haven't clicked anything yet. So we should have 2 units of archery. So that's a new row item. Came in doubled, so let me check. Okay, I had a line of code missing. I'll explain it. Is basically an insert if this service hasn't been on the reservation yet, or it's an update if it has been on the reservation. If it's a new service that's not on the reservation yet, go ahead and do an insert statement, but then exit. And so I did an insert and an update, doubling. So it looks like it's working now. We do want to go to the cooking class, so that's service 4, and there are 2 of us, so both taking the cooking class. Never mind, I'm sleeping in, so someone else can take the cooking class. So service 4 in my system is a cooking class, so let's see. And go take a look. So 1 cooking class, but now I was kind of encouraged to go to cooking class. Don't just sit by the pool. So I'm going to add 1 more unit of cooking class. So let's see what happens. Dun, dun, dun. Cooking class is 4. I don't think that worked. Let me take a look. So again, when you have nested levels of if statements, you need begin and end at each section. In the next video, we'll go over the code that does all the magic. But they do like the wine, the champagne. So let's get them some more champagne. And go ahead and run that. So a drawback, well, it's working, but a drawback is that we don't have the 3 different dates that they got the wine. We just have the last date. So room for improvement here. But we are able to add services to a reservation and increase the units. Hope you enjoy this, and let's take a look at the code in a minute.